So I guess I'm going to university in the fall. I sent in an application, like, Friday night. And I got the acceptance today. Not today, yesterday. Uh, okay. Anyway, if you guys want to help me pay for college, because apparently that's a thing I'm doing now, I'm just gonna remind you all that I have a YouTube, and I don't get paid from TikTok, so if you want to support me, and you want to, like, rewatch any of my videos on loop, go do that on YouTube, because they pay me there, but they don't pay me here, because they hate Canadians, and it'll benefit you, because I'm gonna be learning how to make better content. I'm going for narrative cinema production. Comment fire on YouTube, please. I also just bought a car. I have to pay for a plane ticket to Portland. I just paid for an Airbnb for Calgary Expo, because I'm gonna be in Calgary the whole week. I also just bought a car. I think I said that already, but I didn't know I was gonna be doing this. Like, I had it in my brain. I didn't realize that I was gonna be able to apply and get in to go to school in September. I didn't know. So this happened. I have money to pay for shit, but, like, if I do, my savings cushion is gonna be a bit. Because I'm gonna be taking 10 fucking classes, apparently. Because 5 each semester. How do people do that? I don't know. I haven't done full-time school since I was 17, and that was barely full-time school, to be completely honest. The point of that is, though, I'm not gonna be able to work as much, so YouTube is probably gonna be the main source of income. Anyway, that's me begging you guys for your support on my YouTube, because there's 400,000 of you here, and there's like 40,000 on YouTube. Guys, I swear I'm entertaining on YouTube too, because it's mostly the same content than some other, like, longer form videos too. The hardest part about dating for me the last couple years has always been that I was trying to find someone to replace Shannon. I mean, yeah, I thought you knew that. I did, to an extent. But I think the hardest part I had to realize was that I was looking for what I had with Shannon, but what I was looking for I never had with her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I loved her. I really did. She was my best friend. She was my favorite person. But I was never in love with her. Crazy, right? I know. But I think it was even harder to come to terms with that, knowing she was gone. And admitting that I never loved her felt like a disservice to her and her memory. Oh, come on, Eddie. It doesn't make sense. But I tried so hard to love her. But I never could. I never could love her the way I wanted to. And I think I know now if it wasn't for Chris, I don't think I ever would have married her. I loved her, but I loved her like my best friend. So, the reason it's been so hard trying to find someone. I've been looking in the wrong places. Wrong places? What do you mean? I think some part of me always knew that I was never going to be able to fall in love with a woman. I tried. I really did. I'm just not built that way. Wait. I'm sorry. What are you saying, Eddie? That I'm gay, Buck. Eddie. Thank you for telling me. I'm proud of you. I love you, Buck. I love you too. Another thing. Oh, there's more? Believe it or not. I tried dating some guys in El Paso. And you didn't tell me? It was hard, okay? I told you when I dated Tommy. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. You remember how that went? I think it went well. Yeah, after you told me that you and Tommy were gonna go find some hot chicks. Eddie, I'm your best friend and I'm bisexual. Of all the people, you really were scared to tell me? Okay, that's not fair. I wasn't ready to tell you. Okay. Anyway, point is I ran into some similar problems. You were looking to replace Shannon in those relationships too? No. No, ran into similar problems because I wanted them to be my best friend. Well, that's a problem because I'm your best friend. Right. Your friendship breaking up with me here, Eddie? Are you an idiot? Yeah, most of the time. What do I do now, though? Fuck. Oh, you're crying again. What did I do? You're just being you. I'm sorry, I didn't know that being me was so awful to be around. No, 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 no. Oh, God. Okay. Fuck, the reason that I started dating Shannon was because she was my best friend. Right? And because I had never felt the way that I did about her, about anybody else. So it felt like the right choice. It felt like that's what it was to be in love. Yeah. But I was wrong. Because I know what it's like to be in love with your best friend, and that's not what it was. Did you have a best friend before her? Oh my god, you're an idiot. I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me? I couldn't find a partner. I couldn't find a boyfriend. I couldn't find a girlfriend because that role was already taken and I didn't realize it. Taken. My partner in work, my partner in life, my partner in parenting. My partner in my will to take care of my kid if I die. It's you. It's always been you, Buck.
Just in case no one's told you today, you are a beautiful, tiny, weird lesbian. Never forget that.
So I've been rereading Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. No, this doesn't mean Percy Jackson content is coming back, just that I've been struggling to read, so I've been rereading things that I already have liked and enjoyed to try to get back into it. Anyway, it's been 2 years since I initially read Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard. How are Hearth and Blitz not together? That's still ridiculous to me. They're fucking husbands. Like, they're living together. Hearth has a whole fucking breakdown when Blitz almost gets killed. And just, like, the scene of him, like, hugging him and Blitz going, "What have you done to my elf?" Like, my elf? Are you kidding me right now, Rick? And people on the streets called Blitz and Hearth Magnus's mom and dad. Like, they're just married. They're just literally married. They're either married or in a QPR. Like, it's ridiculous. What? And, like, I know people have said, like, oh, Magnus is a really unreliable narrator, so, like, they probably are. It's very clear, but he just doesn't realize it. But I feel like if that's what Rick was going for, he would have written a scene of Magnus finding out and going, "Wait, what?" Because that's just Rick's style of writing, you know? Like, if the character doesn't realize it, and if two characters are together, he writes a scene where the character finds out and is like, huh? Like, that's exactly what happened when he wrote Nico coming out to Percy. Was Percy just going, what? So it's like, it's just weird to me, because this whole book is very queer to the point that it won an award. Like, what do you mean? Hammer of Thor, it was the winner of the 2017 Stonewall Book Award. Like, and obviously I know that's for Alex Fierro. I am aware. Alex Fierro is the reason I realized that I was gender fluid, okay? But also because, you know, Magnus is, like, canonically pansexual. But Blitz and Hearth are just very clearly in a relationship more than just being besties. It's weird to me that it's never, like, explicitly canon. And as much as I understand the people being like, oh, Magnus is an unreliable narrator and wouldn't pick up on that, I don't understand why Rick would not write a scene, if this is what he intended for their relationship, of Magnus finding out and going, "You're, what?" Like, I've been saying for the last how long that I'm not gonna go back to making Percy Jackson skits. I feel like I just need to make a single skit just of Magnus finding out. Just of Magnus finding out about Blitz and Hearth being together and being like, what? And everyone else is like, how did you not know? Because we don't have that in the book, and it feels like it just should be a scene in the book. Because what the fuck else was Rick doing with their whole relationship? You know, that being said, as much as I understand why Rick has not done as much with Magnus and Alex, why the fuck is there not more content of Magnus and Alex? They don't get together until pretty much the end of Ship of the Dead. Alex is one of the best characters he's ever written. And Alex and Magnus's relationship is, like, my favorite in the entire Riordanverse. As much as I love Solangelo, I think I like Alex and Magnus more, to be honest. If there was more content of them, both in terms of canon and in terms of fan fiction, I would probably have been equally, if not more, hyperfixated on them when I was in my Percy Jackson phase, okay? Again, Alex is legitimately a huge part of the reason that I came to terms with the fact that I was gender fluid and started using that label. And I also, when I first started identifying as gender fluid, went by Alex. Like, that's my rant. Percy Jackson content isn't coming back, though you may get a single Blitzstone video sometime. Because you know what? Because this is just one final little tangent. I've had my moments where I wanted to get back into Percy Jackson content, but it's the fact that I've been asked about it so many times on my newer content that has has nothing to do with Percy Jackson, to the point that, like, it's just, people are not letting me move on and are just making all of my new content about what I used to do and my time in the Percy Jackson fandom, that I have, that getting back into Percy Jackson and making content for it feels like admitting defeat. Like, I get that that's not rational, but that's what it feels like. Because I've tried so hard to get people to accept that, and I've said so many times, stop asking me for Percy Jackson content, especially on videos that have nothing to do with my Percy Jackson content. And it's even more frustrating because I still have some of my top viewed videos on this account and on my YouTube that are my Percy Jackson stuff. It's like, I was checking my revenue on my YouTube, and both my analytics, like my most viewed videos on YouTube and like the ones I'm getting the most revenue from are my Percy Jackson videos from 6 months ago. They're still consistently getting views. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to get 1,000 views on my current videos. I'm getting thousands of views on my videos from 6 months ago when I bulk uploaded a bunch of TikToks, and it's all Percy Jackson stuff. And I don't know why. And I've been trying so hard to kind of capture whatever I had when I was making Percy Jackson content that is getting so many people to rewatch them and still continue to find them after 6 months of them being on there. And I can't figure it out, and it's so frustrating. And I don't know if it's just that this is just the fandom that I blew up in, so that's why it's the one that it's consistently showing people, or what. But it's fucking exhausting to feel like I'm going backwards. That I was doing so well 2 years ago, and I have not been able to recapture that. Ugh, geez, sorry to end this off on a bummer. I'm just fucking tired. And I've been privating my Percy Jackson videos on YouTube because I'm so annoyed that that my videos from 6 months ago, strictly my Percy Jackson videos from 6 months ago, are still getting new views every single day, and my new content doesn't get boosted at all. And maybe it's because I have decided to be multi-fandom now, and so the algorithm doesn't know what to do with me. But after how hard it's been to move on from Percy Jackson, I just don't want to be known in one fandom anymore. I want to remain multi-fandom. And anyway, that's the end of the rant. I still love Magnus Chase, but I don't feel like I can get back into the fandom. I don't think I'll find any joy in the fandom the way that I used to, which sucks. But I did read Hammer of Thorn in a day. Alex Fierro was introduced, and I was like, yep, just gonna read this all day. Objectively the best Raritan verse character.
I am feeling like I want to die and that this is complete torture, and I don't know what I did to somebody to make me sit here